Military analysts noted that while Trump's rhetoric often includes dramatic warnings, it can also serve as a negotiating tactic, one that seeks to project strength and compel adversaries to compromise. They pointed to previous episodes, such as Trump's threats against North Korea early in his presidency, which eventually gave way to direct diplomatic engagement. Still, the possibility of rapid escalation cannot be dismissed. Reports from regional military observers suggest that both Israeli and US forces in the eastern Mediterranean have been placed on heightened alert in anticipation of potential hostilities if the Sunday deadline passes without agreement. Across the Middle East, reactions were mixed. In Egypt and Jordan, governments emphasized their support for any initiative that could stop the violence but urged restraint in language. In Turkey, officials accused Washington of pursuing what they described as coercive diplomacy. In Tehran, leaders condemned the ultimatum outright, calling it evidence of US bias and warning that further instability could ignite a wider regional conflict. International human rights organizations renewed their calls for all parties to prioritize humanitarian access and protection of civilians. The United Nations Relief and Works Agency reported that over 500,000 residents in Gaza remained in need of urgent medical supplies and food assistance. Aid convoys, long delayed at checkpoints, were said to be ready to move if a ceasefire could be implemented. By late Friday evening, Trump's post continued to dominate headlines worldwide. News channels repeatedly displayed screenshots of his Truth Social messages, highlighting the phrases "last chance agreement" and "all hell will break loose." Commentators debated whether the deadline signaled a genuine commitment to peace or a prelude to military action. Former US diplomats appeared on talk shows urging caution and warning that issuing ultimatums in such stark terms can leave little room for face-saving compromise. Yet supporters of the president argued that only a clear line drawn in the sand could push Hamas toward an agreement after years of fruitless talks. As the clock ticks towards Sunday evening, attention remains focused on whether Hamas will shift its stance and whether the mediators can broker last-minute concessions. For the residents of Gaza and southern Israel, the coming hours hold their breath as the prospect of either a fragile peace or a new spiral of violence looms.